such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. Good morning. You know who it is. It's your boy Tay Wiggs reporting live from the Man Cave. We got 3 games that was on tap last night. Let's get right to it. The OKC Thunder taking on the Houston Rockets, aka Red Nation. As you see, that the Thunder last night was fighting for their playoff lives last night. Will Russell Westbrook come up short, or will his team prevail to force a pivotal Game 6? So we're gonna get right into it. And what it looked like last night, Russell Westbrook ran out of gas. He's a SUV. He's the Swiss Army knife. He can do everything. He is the cable guy who got all the tools to set your cable up. But guess what? The cable guy showed up and the tools didn't. And I mean by those tools that didn't show up was his teammates. I mean, when your bench is only scoring 22 points, that means only 2 guys came off the bench last night and scored 11 points apiece. That was Arbynes with 11 points and Jerami Grant with 11 points. You cannot win playoff games like that. Your bench is supposed to help you. But I'm going to say it again once before. Russell Westbrook and that organization needs some more shooters. They got one shooter in Doug McDermott, but he played, 13 minutes? He had no points. And you cannot win like that. You need other guys to step up. You have Roberson, 3 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. That's not enough to get you a win. Taj Gibson played heavy minutes. Steven Adams played heavy minutes. Steven Adams had 7 points and 9 rebounds with 4 blocks. Taj Gibson had 10 points, 8 rebounds. For you to beat the Rockets, you have to score in bunches. You can't just go on a run here and let the lead dwindle down, then try to go on another run. You're not going to beat them like that. And, in my mind, the Victor Oladipo need to get out that three-pointer. He's not a three-point shooter. He's more of a slasher and a mid-range shooter. When he plays like that, he's good. Some people might take a hit on me for this. They might not like what I'm going to say. So if you don't like it, I don't care. But this is my honest opinion. Victor Oladipo reminds me of a D-Wade type player. And I mean by that because Dwayne Wade's not a good three-point shooter. Period. He slashes to the hole and he can hit the 15-footer. Same similarities to Victor Oladipo. Not a good three-point shooter. He can go to the hole and hit the 15-footer. That's what Victor Oladipo is great at. He's not good at shooting a long-range ball. So he need to get off that three-point line and go to the hole more. Play like how you was playing in Orlando. Go to the hole. Because now you're playing with Russell Westbrook on your side. That means you got to ease your game up? No. If he's going hard, you go hard. So make the defending team come to you and defend you. Guess what? Now you got both of them going. Now when you got Russell Westbrook out here with 47 points and 11 rebounds and 9 assists, they already know what he want to do. They know he want to go to the hole and take quick shots. And guess what? When you do that, he had 40-some points, but on 34 shots. Took a lot of shots for his team to win. And people want to say, well, he take a lot of shots. Well, he don't take a lot of shots. When you know for a fact in the back of your mind, you don't have those scorers out there, and you know, damn, they not hitting. I'm about to put my cape on. I got to will my team to victory. He's not going to say that because he's not a team killer. He's a team player. So what I like about Russell Westbrook is if his team can't get it going, you know what, guys, don't worry about it. I'm the superstar. I'll pick us up. And that's what superstars do. But a lot of people will criticize him for taking a lot of shots. When you know your teammates can't score, what you going to do? I got to take my shot. That's what he's going to do. He's taking his shot trying to propel his team to win. But evidently, Russell Westbrook ran out of gas last night. He had a hell of a season. My hat goes off to him. He had a hell of a season. And that's why he's my MVP. Just because little things that he do on the floor. Let's be honest. They shot 26 from the three-point line, 26% from the three-point line, and Houston didn't do no better. They shot 16% from the three-point line. This team leads the NBA in three-pointers taken, and they shot 16%, but they still find other ways to win. I'm gonna get to the ways they found ways to win. They get nothing from Trevor Ariza. They didn't get nothing from Ryan Anderson yesterday. Ariza had his 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Ryan Anderson had his 2 points and his 2 rebounds and his 1 assist. So guess what? My front court didn't get it going because Clint Capella had 8 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks. That's not a bad game. I'll take the 4 blocks and 9 rebounds, but he still managed to get across the board like Steven Adams did. But these guys who did show up, we know James Harden going to show, the bearded one. We know he's going to show his 34 points and his 8 rebounds and 4 assists and 2 blocks. We know that. MVP type caliber is going to make MVP type plays for their team. Patrick Beverly, 15 points, 8 rebounds. For some reason, I like when he plays against Russell Westbrook. They always go back to that knee injury when he was chasing the ball to bounce when Russell did, and they collided and hit knees. It didn't look intentional on me. Playoff basketball, 2 teams trying to win the game. You know, that's what happened. They competitive. That's what happened when you want to win championships. You don't get too many guys like that around the league that want to win rings. Most guys play for the check. That's it. Some guys just play just so they don't have to work a regular 9 to 5. I got nothing against you. That's what you want to do. Patrick Beverly, put that hard hat on all the time. He's the little Draymond Green for the Houston Rockets. He's going to get in your ear. He's going to talk trash. But what he did, he backs up. 15 points, 8 rebounds, and he had 3 assists and a steal. James Harden, like I said, 34 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals. That's what he's going to do. Get his team to victory. But one thing I did like, the Houston Rockets bench. That's going to be key for them in the next round between the Grizzlies and the Spurs. That bench, Sweet Lou Williams, 22 points, 5 rebounds. That was a great pickup from the Lakers when they made that trade. Nene, 14 points, 7 rebounds. Eric Gordon, who played on Space Jam when he was a little kid. If you don't believe me, go look up the credits for the movie. He had 8 points, 6 rebounds. The bench had 44 points for the win. The bench came up big when the starters couldn't. That's what I'm talking about. That is poise. Those 3 guys we just named. All them guys had started on teams. So they know what it's like to come off the bench to make big time plays. You know why? Because they've been in those moments before as a starter. Nene been a starter in this league. Lou Williams been a starter in this league. Eric Gordon's definitely been a starter in this league. Your 3-point champion. So these guys know what it takes to make these big plays when their team is down. So the hats off to the bench for putting up 44 points. They doubled the Thunder's bench at 22 points. Russell Westbrook, a.k.a. Brody, round the gas. I seen him, he hitting that wall trying to do everything, but he couldn't hit in the 4th quarter again. But the Rockets came up and prevailed to get the victory for Red Nation. That's their hashtag for playoffs, Red Nation. And that's what they did. But the one thing, though, they did get out-rebounded, but only by 2, 47 to 49. But when your bench is scoring, that don't even matter. They won. They on to the next round. Let's get to the next game that was on last night. The Grizzlies and the Spurs. So we got the Grindhouse Kids, the Grizzlies, and the Spurs. And their hashtag is Go Spurs Go. So this what it takes to win games. James Ennis played some great minutes. He actually doing a little bit more now. He had 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Z-Bo, he didn't have a good game. This one is Z-Bo game. I'm gonna call this Z-Bo less. Z-Bo less. 9 points, 6 rebounds, and assists, and 2 steals. When you get the ball to Z-Bo, you gotta give him the ball to him deep in the paint. Because he got a nice 15-footer. Got a nice hook shot. He's wide, he's strong. I feel like Memphis wasn't getting him the ball enough to get these guys in foul trouble. Because we know what Zach Randolph can do. I don't know if Z-Bo hit that wall in the playoffs. Because the last 2 games he played great. He played a heck of a game the last 2 games. But this game right here, they needed this to get that monkey off their back. They haven't won a game in San Antonio. They are 1-2 and 11 in San Antonio in the playoffs. That's not good. You can't win in their building. So you gotta find ways to win in their building. Um, the bench didn't come to play at all. The bench did not come to play at all. And that's so hurtful because last game the bench did well. And when your bench is going, the confidence is good. But when they went out there, like their confidence was shot. It's like they went from zero. They went from 0 to 100 last 2 games. Now they went from 100 back down to negative 100. So you gotta be consistent. The game itself, the NBA is about consistency. A lot of these guys are not consistent of what they do. And Z-Bo had a terrible game last night with his 9.6 rebounds. Marc Gasol, aka the Tank, he had 17 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Yeah, I want him to do more, but when you got Gasol and Z-Bo going at the same time putting up double-digit numbers, that team is hard to beat, and they didn't do it. So Vince Carter played a terrific game last night. He had his 10 points, 5 rebounds, and his 3 assists. By him being 40 years old, the oldest player right now in the NBA, Mike Conley is out there earning that check, folks. Got his 26 points, 2 rebounds, and his 6 assists and 4 steals. What hurt the Grizzlies, I'm not going to say it, but they missing 2 people in their team. You know who I'm about to say. Chandler Parsons, a 3-point threat. And my guy, Tony Allen, another defensive guy who can contain a Kawhi Leonard. They lost 103 to 116. And it's unfortunate that they had to lose like that. Because you know why? That team over there in San Antonio got this guy named Kawhi Leonard, if you're not familiar with him. Kawhi Leonard, another MVP candidate. 28 points, a rebound, 6 assists. I mean, this dude is a machine. Nothing you can say about him. He's a machine. He get it going. The dude, to me, this guy, this young man, I never see him get angry. He showed no emotion. Tim Duncan Jr. all over again. He never let his opponents know his next move. He don't show no facial expression. It's like, this is all you get from him. That's all you get from him. And he plays so hard. And it go unnoticed because he played for the Spurs. He played in a small market city, just like the Milwaukee Bucks of the world, the Cavaliers, the Washington Wizards. These teams I'm naming, they play in small markets. So you're not gonna really get to see a lot of your John Walls a lot. They're not talking about these guys. You know, I not like John Wall as a point guard. And by him, he played in the nation's capital. It's a small market team. Them guys should be on TV at least once a week because John Wall is awesome. Jonathan Carroll Wall Jr., Raleigh, North Carolina. That's my guy. He is awesome. But you're not going to hear them talk about these guys. They looking at the big names. John Wall is a big name. You got to get them over there so they can watch this. But back to these Spurs. Shout out to John Wall. If you're watching this, man, I'm messing with you, bro. 5 deep. John Wall. The Kawhi Leonard, man, is a pit. But one thing I learned about Kawhi Leonard, he's hungry. He plays tenacious defense. He takes no days off. He takes no time off the court. He's out there. LaMarcus Aldridge, man, like I said, 12 points, 9 rebounds. I'm disappointed in LaMarcus Aldridge in these playoffs. And when you watch these playoffs, sometimes you forget he's even out there. I'm like, damn, man, I forget LaMarcus. You hear me? Every now and then I watch the game, I sit back just like this. LaMarcus Aldridge play for the Spurs again? Because he's taking that backseat role. We know that's Kawhi Leonard's team. I mean, you got to be vocal out there, man. You got to be vocal out there. You're not having fun. I don't see you having fun out there on the floor. You was having fun playing next to Big Game Damian CJ McCollum. You're not having fun. Get back to that LaMarcus Aldridge that I know. 25 and 12. You're not even coming with that every night. But you're supposed to be a replacement for Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan's bad night is this. This is a bad night for Tim Duncan, but we say it's good because we know that's what Tim Duncan do. We know Tim Duncan's a 20. We know Tim Duncan's a 20 and 12 guy. That's a bad night. But Tim Duncan did right. That's a night where Tim Duncan come off the bench like, you know what, Pop, come off the bench tonight. All right, Tim, let's go out there. We say, oh, Tim Duncan came off the bench for 18 minutes with 12 points, 9 rebounds. But for you to play 30-something heavy minutes to come out with 12 points, 9 rebounds, man, that's unacceptable, dog. You could have stayed in Portland and helped out the Portland Trail Blazers. Because the way they was losing, them 12 points would have helped them win. And I would have been saying something different about you. Like, oh, LaMarcus Aldridge played a good game, 12 points, 9 rebounds, but you playing for the Spurs? You went here to go to be the second man? You don't even look like the second man right now. Because more and more I watch the game now, it's Patty Mills. It's David Lee. Tony Parker. You're becoming that third option out there. I need to see the old LaMarcus Aldridge that came from Texas University straight to the Spurs and put in work. I need to see that. I need to see it. That's not enough. David Lee, I can take David Lee. 11 points, 8 rebounds. He didn't come off the bench, but he started. Energizer. Keeping the team together. Morale. That's what he did, building morale out there. David Lee is getting buckets. Shout out to David Lee, who I met a couple months ago. Real stand-up nice guy. Stand-up nice guy. Same thing for Danny Green. I met him too a couple months ago. Stand-up guy, man. Them guys are stand-up guys. Even though David Lee's not the same David Lee as he was in the past. He's an older and wiser David Lee. He's a veteran. He knows what it takes to win these games. He has a championship ring with the Golden State Warriors. So you think he's not thinking championship again? You get one ring, you always hungry for more. So this is what these guys, like I said, some guys play for the check, and some guys play for the rings. And David Lee wants to win. I know Danny Green. I'm a Tar Heel fan. Might take some slack. You might take a little criticism, but I need to see more. Get off the 3-point line, baby. We don't need you shooting threes no more. The Spurs do not need you shooting threes no more. Get off the line. Attack the hole. Take like my father would tell me, when them threes not falling, take 2 steps in. Just hit the mid range. You get a better chance of hitting that. Stop going for the low percentage shot and hit the high percentage shot. Trust me, it definitely will work. You know that. You got the best coach on your side in the world. He's Greg Popovich. Take 2 steps in and hit this 15 to 17 footer. Go to the hole. Go to the hole. Make the referees blow the whistle. Earn your points. Don't risk them. Tony Parker, he's getting up there, and he still had a terrific game. 16 points, 6 assists, but he's a tad bit slow to keep up with the young, energized Mike Conley. So every now and then, you got to put the Patty Mills out there. Patty Mills is a playoff career high, 20 points. I like Patty Mills as a backup point guard, man. He's awesome. Like, he's just one of them guys, you know, he can hit about 2 or 3s in a row. He going to pop them in. He coming, man. He a little assassin, man. I like Patty Mills from Australia. He's going to get you. You cannot leave him open. Most guys in the league you can't leave open, but he's one of them guys that you cannot leave open. Like Patty Mills, definitely great. Pick the team up when they need it. And one thing I'll say, Spurs is up 3-2. They gotta go back to the grindhouse. Can the Memphis Grizzlies find some way deep down inside to force a Game 7? Can they do it? Because if not, the season will be over. You don't want your season to end like that at home. At least force a Game 7, so you know we fought and fought. And I'm not saying you guys not fighting, but you guys are fighting to win. So, with that being said, Grizzlies lost 103-116. That series is 3-2 in the favor of the San Antonio Spurs. Next game, Utah Jazz and the Clippers, and I picked the Jazz to beat the Clippers in this series. And some people probably watching to, man, this dude, you crazy. They got Blake Griffin, always injured. They got DeAndre Jordan, can't hit free throws. They got Chris Paul. They get Jamal Crawford, inconsistent. Like, come on. JJ Redick, they get inconsistent. Even though he scored 26 points, who cares? The game is about consistency. Until the Clippers address that small forward spot for the summer, you got a couple of guys that would be free agents. So Paul Pierce retiring. They should at least put Paul Pierce in and let him start. Let my man Paul Pierce go on the bench like that. What's the point of having him there if you don't use him? You can't bring no gun. That's like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Why would you do that? And right now, they the knife. The Jazz is the gun show. Luc Mbah a Moute. This dude played 31 minutes last night. 7 points, 4 assists. I want to know, can Luc Mbah a Moute, can he guard me? Because Gordon Hayward came back on food poisoning. I'm going to get to that later. Luc Mbah a Moute is playing that small forward spot with 7 points, 4 assists. I know for a fact we put Paul Pierce in. I know Paul Pierce at least give me 12. Easy. The Clippers 3 spot hasn't been the same since Lamar Odom had on the Clippers jersey at that spot. Lamar Odom, a.k.a. the goods. That's what I'm talking about. Lamar Odom, a.k.a. the goods. Put up better numbers than that. I can go get Lamar Odom off the street right now. He can put up better numbers than that. Easy. They're not getting nothing from that spot. I'm going to be honest with you. I like Doc Rivers as a coach, but right now, my coach of the year right now, my candidate, Quinn Snyder, is out coaching Doc. I'm going to tell you one reason why Doc is getting out coached. I'm going to name some of these guys on the bench. Remember, I told you their bench scored 16 points last night. You got Raymond Felton on the bench. Paul Pierce on the bench. Austin Rivers coming off the bench. Brandon Bass coming off the bench. Wesley Johnson coming off the bench. Allen Anderson coming off the bench. And these guys put up 16 points combined. Because you're trying to ride that 9-man rotation. It's the playoffs. You got to open things up. We have to try something new. And Doc Rivers, when you lose, you go to that podium with the same story. We got outplayed. No, we can see that you're getting outplayed. Only one person out there probably playing that want to win. I'm going to say 2. That's CP3 and DeAndre Jordan. You're getting out coached. You got Maurice Spakes out there. You picked him up. He got 1 point. 1 point. 2 assists. Doc, I'm pretty sure that Steve Ballmer, the owner, didn't like what he seen last night. You seen the face. The face, he was stunned. Because ISO Joe is killing him. And the person he killed for that shot to go up by that many points was Luc Mbah a Moute. He's supposed to be your defensive guy. He's not stopping no one. ISO Joe is what, 37 years old? Still hit people with crossovers with a little MJ push off and hit the 15-footer? ISO Joe? Nah. Just like the Utah Jazz hashtag. I'm going to tell you this, Doc Rivers. Hashtag for the Utah Jazz is called Take Note. Because the take note is for the Clippers, you guys are being out-coached. 1 point for Maurice Spakes. 7 points for Luc Mbah a Moute. You got 14 and 12 from DeAndre Jordan. Only thing he can do is catch oops. DeAndre Jordan needs to learn some post moves. Go work out with a big man. A retired big man. Even Dikembe Mutombo had a hook shot. DeAndre Jordan, he had it in his arsenal. The Clippers, I don't know what to say. Just like your guy's name. Y'all about to get clipped out the playoffs. Unless y'all show me something different these last 2 games. They going back to Utah. At the First Solution Energy Stadium. That team's going to be ready. Nathan's going to be ready to go. J.J. Redick finally came to play. 26 points. He was 3 for 7 from the 3-point line. Like I said, you're going to get this from Chris Paul. You're going to get your 28 points. Your 4 rebounds, 9 assists from Chris Paul. But we need to see more. For you guys to win, DeAndre Jordan got to give me 20. 20 and 18. Luc Mbah a Moute, I don't think he's been in double figures at all this whole playoffs. That's a god doggone shame. Let's get to these Utah Jazz that I picked to win the series. And people was looking at me earlier in the season. I said, man, you need to watch out for the Utah Jazz. What? The Utah Jazz? I said, the Utah Jazz and Milwaukee Bucks. I just talk with my guys all the time. This man, Dante, you crazy. I said, man, trust and believe me. Just trust me. I do this. The league pass. I sit down and watch. I analyze games. I look at the youth. Just imagine the Milwaukee Bucks still had Jabari Parker. Different series probably. Probably won by now. But anyways, that's another story for another day. Gordon Hayward came back from food poisoning, folks. Food poison. He had a sandwich for some unknown spot. He not gonna say the name, but he said he's never going back again. So I'm sorry about that. My Kevin Hart voice. He ain't never coming back again and get another sandwich. Please. Come back from food poisoning. Kevin Hart voice. Luba Mute. Supposed to be your defensive stopper. 7 points? He gave up 27 from Gordon Hayward, who lost about 4 pounds. 27 points. 8 rebounds. 4 assists. 2 steals. Gordon Hayward missed a game because of food poisoning and still came back and put in work. You know why? He's hungry. Boris Diaw, 10 points, 3 assists. Rudy Gobert. I like this guy. One thing about the Utah Jazz, I look at their point spread. It was an even kill game for them. They was getting something from everybody. Everybody. Rudy Gobert, 11 points, 11 rebounds. A center with 5 steals and 2 blocks. You know why? He's got that many steals and blocks and points. Like Big Sean said, he got the moves. He got moves. He got a hook shot. He can shoot a jumper. He can take you off the dribble. DeAndre Jordan can't do that. Rudy Gobert can. The big Frenchman can. Joe Ingles he had no points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists in the block. He's playing defense. I don't know how much defense he's playing, but he do enough. But he did give up 26 points. I ain't gonna say he gave up all 26 points, but he did give up some of that 26 points to a J.J. Redick. George Hill, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. I know somewhere deep down this side, I already know PG-13, a.k.a. Partridge, like, man, I wish I had George Hill back. Sometimes he probably think about that because George Hill is a hell of a point guard who go unnoticed in the league too as well. He's definitely one of them guys. I come from a small college. So he went to IPU or something like that. I know he went to that small school in Indiana. The guys put in work. Rodney Hood, 16 points, 5 rebounds. Rodney Hood off the bench. You know, I told myself every time Joe Johnson have a good game, I have to apologize. Joe Johnson, a.k.a. ISO Joe, did it again, hitting big threes in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. He hit a big 2-pointer for 15 foot, a.k.a. the lost shot in the NBA. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Joe Johnson. I call him Mr. Steal Your Checks. As of today, it's no more Mr. Steal Your Checks on April 26, 2017. It's not Mr. Steal Your Checks. It's Mr. Go Ahead Basket Shot Killer. Joe Johnson getting buckets. Shout out to you, Joe Johnson. I'm done calling Mr. Steal Your Checks. The new guy for Mr. Steal Your Checks will be Monte Ellis until he come off that bench. But Utah Jazz, hashtag take note. Guess what? Take note. Because I got them winning Game 6. They won 96-92 of the big shots of Joe Johnson getting buckets. So you know who I am? Before I leave, we got 2 games that come on tonight, and both of them series are tied up 2-2, and they both here on the East Coast. You got the Washington Wizards playing the Atlanta Hawks. That game is at 6 p.m. You got the Chicago Bulls taking on the Boston Celtics. That game is at 8:30. I'm looking for the Atlanta Hawks to win this Game 5. The reason I'm saying this, because Paul Millsap is in Markieff Morris' head now. Markieff Morris had having a good game since Game 1. Rondo's supposed to be a game-time decision. He might play tonight with the cast on. Let you know. It's about winning. So if Rondo go tonight, I got the Bulls. If he don't go, the Celtics may win. But I'm going Chicago tonight if Rondo plays. So there you have it. Shout out to Coins Club. you know, that Coins Club. If you need the latest gear, go to www.coinsclub.com. That's Coins Club. Club with a K. You know how we do it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Tay Wiggs. And same thing for my Twitter handle at Tay Wiggs. That is TAE_WIGGS. Until next time, you know where I'll be at, posted in the Man Cave Live. Y'all be easy out there on that work day. One.